trying to free your mind, Neo. But I can only show you the door. You're the one that has to walk through it.
Hello, world buffeteers. This is Amada, your chief buffeteer at Startup Buffet and your host for Success Secret Sauce, the all-you-can buffet-style business show for entrepreneurs. So are there any Matrix fans here? The quote is actually from a scene that is a martial arts scene that Morpheus was fighting Neo. Right after Neo installed a new Kung Fu program, and he woke up and he said, I know Kung Fu. Now, like the Matrix, we all live in our own computer world. I'm not talking about the one that you're looking at right now. I'm talking about the one right here in your head. In fact, it's the most powerful supercomputer on Earth. Collectively, there are about 7.4 billion supercomputers like this in the planet. However, 99% of the population didn't even know that they have carried this machine inside their head. Now just think of your computer, for example. When the computer was actually just being built, there are just hardware. It could be a motherboard, the case, the keyboard, the mouse. That's pretty much, all the basic, right? The hard drive, that's about it. But it's pretty much doing nothing, because without the software, it really doesn't do anything. Now, until software was being installed, that will bring the computer alive. The software is the power, the brain, and the driving force that take actions. And what do we call this software? The program. The operating system is a program. Your word processing is a program. Everything inside your computer as a software is a program. And remember, the program is the power and the driving force to take action of the computer. And very much like the computer, we human brain works pretty much the same way. Your brain is filled with tons of programs that you've been accumulated since you were a kid. At the minutes that you were born, someone else already start programming for you. And as you get older and progress, you and others putting more and more programs into your superhuman computer. In this episode, I'm going to walk you through different stages of programming that you have experienced, and most of us did too. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at how our programming shapes our mind, our behavior in our daily life, and why is it so important to take back that control that has been hijacked from you all your life for many, many years. And now it's your chance to take it back and take control of it. The mind programming has 5 stages, and it progresses over time. Now, going back to the building a computer, for example, when your computer was first built, it's just had hardware. There's nothing else in it, so there is no action taken yet until you install the software. Then it brings the computer to life. The first stage of programming is called foundational programming. It is taught by your parent. It's your human operating system and your foundational operation. Very much like if you have a PC, you have Windows, and if you have a Mac, you use iOS. As a child, you don't get to choose what program to install into your own human computer right here in your head. Your parents choose it for you, from the value system to the belief system. And it's very, very likely that it's their own value and belief system as well. And they are just doing their job to pass it on to you. The value system could be what is right from wrong, like stealing is wrong, what is good and what's bad. Getting an A in school is good, but anything else is bad, at least in the Asian standard. What money is, for some, is the root of all evil. For some, is the lack of money is the root of all evil. Then also, it's our belief system. Our parents also taught us our belief system. From cultural belief to religious belief, their personal belief to social beliefs. Cultural beliefs could be American culture believes in freedom of expression versus the Asian culture believes in internalize our emotion, not to tell anybody.
American culture believes in expressing emotion, whereas Asian culture is more about keeping it internalized.
Some parents even pass on their own personal beliefs onto their kids' interests. Now, as an example, that's my own personal example. My father was a brilliant musician. He was self-taught. He just figured it out, played by the ear kind of guy. And he just have this as his real talent, which I don't have. He can play keyboards. He can play many, many different instruments very, very well. Unfortunately, that gene did not pass it on to me. So I don't have it. I really, really have to work very hard to even be able to play something. But I was forced to play pianos for years, and it was so painful. I can still play today just because I have to do it for so long, but I just simply don't have the interest nor the real talent for it, and I do not want to devote much time for it. Now, just because he's very good at it doesn't mean I'm good at it. However, many parents believe, oh, it's good for you, you should do it. You can do good at it because I'm good at it. Our parents usually will also pass on their own social belief onto, their kids. Like the conventional wisdom that they believe now is also passed on to you. So now this is your operating system, and that's how you're operating based on this foundation. And of course, don't forget to eat your vegetable. The second program, default program. It's taught by school in your early education. The school curriculum is a preset program, one-size-fits-all solution for all the kids, whether the kids fits in or not. Now, if you live in a certain neighborhood, all your neighborhood's kids will go to the same school. They all shuffle through this big funnel. Okay, you just need to get through this funnel, and you learn exactly the same thing in the exact same time. And if you're in the first grade, this is what you learned. In the second grade, this is what you learned. It's called standardized education. And today's education system, doesn't matter in the East or in the West, still operated the same way like 50 years ago. They're still in the classroom style. The teacher is the only one doing all the talking. The student is being programmed with all this default subjects like math, science, geography. I know these are things that's essential, but come and think about it. A lot of them, have you ever used it ever? We all need to fit into the same mold, just different place and different times. And all this default program is installed into your human hard drive. This default program is very much like your word processor, your spreadsheet, or your email program, your internet browser. That is by default. If you use a certain thing, it will be by default select that as your default program. And our school system is our default program. The third program, social program. It came pre-selected and predetermined by your social circle and influence. Just look at how successful Facebook is. And how many Facebook friends do you have? It's the idea of catching up with the Joneses or the Kardashians. If my friend wears a Chanel bag, I must have one too. Full disclosure, I bought mine first. They must be following me. We humans are social creatures, but following blindly could lead to falling off the cliff. For example, if you cannot afford to buy that house, don't buy that house until you figure out how to afford that house. That's why the 2008 financial crisis on the real estate market happened. The fourth program, conventional wisdom program, is taught by people who spread the rumor. My definition of conventional wisdom is rumor that is widely accepted as truth. Like go to school, get good grades, get a high paying job, or save money, get a 401k, but gotta buy a 3-bedroom and 2-bath house with white picket fence, have 1.25 kids, have a dog, have a cat, an optional goldfish. Investing is risky. I do wonder, how's the conventional wisdom system working out for you? Did you get that high paying job that you promised to have after you go through the school and get the good grades? How about, did you buy that house because you've been saving money, have a 401k, and get the regular paycheck? What happened? In fact, the conventional wisdom system had never worked for me. Therefore, I need to be creative. I need to figure it out an unconventional path for myself. The conventional wisdom said, oh, you go to school, you get good grades, you get a high paying job. Well, I went to school. I didn't get good grades, primarily because I don't fit in. I'm just too stupid. At least that's the school system labeled me for, that I couldn't even get any good grades. In fact, a lot of the people that I went to school with, they are A student. I'm not even a C student. I don't even make the C cut. I fall into the F student type. I keep falling behind and behind more because school just didn't interest me. A lot of the things they taught, for me, is meaningless. But out of the contrary, my first and only corporate America job happened to be a relatively high-paying job for a fresh grad that has very, very little experience. Maybe you call me lucky, but at the moment, I kind of figured out a way that, if I do this, I might be able to get that. So I did not fit into the conventional wisdom path, so I have to find a different path for myself. And you can do that too. The 5th program is I Program by Design, chosen by you. Now you know you are pre-programmed by your parents, your school system, your friends and social circle, and the society. But it's now your chance to make your own choice. And all you need to do is open your mind, learn new ideas, install new program into your human supercomputer. However, it's very much like your computer. You must uninstall the old program before you install the new one. And if you want to use any new program that you acquired today, you also need to upgrade your operating system. Just imagine if you have a brand new software today, it's not going to work with your DOS operating system. So the key here is you must uninstall the old thinking, old idea that doesn't apply anymore and it hasn't been served you well before you install the new idea. Now you know the sequence of the programming, from foundational programming to default programming, then to social programming, and the next thing is conventional programming. And so many people are so stuck into their own programming that they acquire for so many years, they cannot let it go. They cannot simply say, hey, let me just do a clean uninstall and maybe do some reinstall of something else. They can't do that. Uninstalling and reprogram is the toughest part for so many people. They simply cannot unlearn something that they already know and put in new idea and exercise the new idea. I have a friend in college. We had honestly grew apart, but I still consider her really my best friend. She's a great person. She is beautiful. And if you are her friend, you will consider yourself very, very lucky because she will do anything for you. Her friend is truly one of her priority. However, the reason why we grew apart is because we start to have different programs and beliefs as we grow older. I start to acquire a lot of the new idea myself, and I'll venture out and try this, try that. And she likes to stay very much the same path. I'm not saying she didn't learn anything new, but her program is so strong that she simply cannot and refuse to change. When she was a kid, her father told her, money is the root of all evil. So when she meet a so-called rich guy or rich person, rich woman, doesn't matter, she somehow believe this person probably is not a good person. Just automatic, just that's her mindset. And she would go out to a date as soon as she find out if this guy is making her quote unquote way too much money. She'll just leave. She'll get so afraid she has to leave. And again, the reason why we grew apart is because our belief system and the value system has changed. I just go out and learn different things and acquire different programs, and her money belief especially hasn't really changed at all. The last time I saw her, we were driving and I was being very, very careful because I know her. She's going to get so pissed off when I talk about money, and I love talking about money or business or real estate, anything that is fun. That is fun for me. I love talking about it and love to have discussion with anybody who wants to listen or have that discussion, and because I love to ask questions as well. So we were driving down the street, and she recently got her master's degree in education, which very, very super, super proud of her. She got this master's degree, and her master's degree in education is specialized in autistic kids. Now, many years ago, there's no such thing, autism. Nobody knows about this thing. We just label the kid, the kid is quiet. The kid is just dumb, right? And now we know autism, it's a real disease, but it could be cured. She specialized on that. And she worked in the school system, and in the weekend on her, I guess, out of school time, she would also tutor privately, for other family. And I told her, I said, this is a very highly valuable skill because a lot of people now actually aware of this. You should think of, now I know, you're in the school system, you're helping maybe 20 kids over there, and privately she may be helping maybe 3 to 5 kids privately. And I said, you've got to think of a way, because now you have this knowledge that you can help more kids. There are more kids all around the world, all around America that you can help. You have the knowledge, you have the skills. I don't. So is that any way that you can make something, a program? It could be an app, it could be something to help more people. Now, however, I said the wrong word. I also said, and you can make money off it. Oh my God. She just blew up. And if I did not say that, if I did not say and make money out of it, that would be okay. But because I mentioned the M word, it's never good. So she was pissed, and in her own mind, in her own word, I only talk about money. The truth is, money is a fun game for me. And I'm at the point that I'm building Startup Buffet. I'm doing this podcast. It's not because I want to make more money. I'm okay with money. Okay. When there's additional money coming in, I'll be okay with it. But I am not doing this because I want to make more money. But it's always a fun game. It's about winning. It's about getting it. How am I going to get it? How am I going to get there? It was for me, it's a very alarming and heartbroken story, because I feel like I lost a friend, because right now we have a different perspective. We have different beliefs in one subject. As soon as I mentioned the M word, all bets are off. It's like, okay, I won't talk about this again. Sorry. Okay. All right. Got to be very careful. Now, my point here is the programming never stopped. At least in your case, it should not. You should keep reprogram, but get rid of the old one because it doesn't work. It's not compatible with the new thing, remember? So you really need to think it through. What is it that is not working for you anymore? What is it that no longer serves you well? Get rid of it. You don't need it anymore. Get some new stuff, things that works for you, things that serve you well, and that's very important. In closing, we all have our own pre-installed operating system and default programs. The social program and the conventional programs will always be there, but you don't have to be there for it. If everybody else follows the same path, take a second look, because there might as well be something else out there for you. If you don't find it, create it. It is your job to find the right program. Otherwise, someone else is just going to hand you their leftover. Walking down the entrepreneur path is not easy. And it could be quite lonely too. Just think of most of your friends and family. They're not there. They don't understand. They still have their 9-to-5 jobs. But you choose to be different. You choose to walk down this path. That's why we have Startup Buffet and we create Success Secret Sauce to be your support. So don't forget to visit startupbuffet.com and binge watch everything, all things business. As always, Startup Buffet, your business your way. This is your Chief Buffeteer, Ameda. Till next time.
Hey Buffeteers, don't forget to subscribe, share, review, and give us some 5 stars love. And as always, Startup Buffet, your business, your way. Get all the extras, downloads, and videos mentioned in this episode at startupbuffet.com